First and foremost, let me just say it, and I'll say it for everybody. P. Diddy's a bitch. That's what he is. He's a bitch for doing what he did.
Hello, everyone. Just want to say a quick thank you for clicking onto the video. Please do us a favor and hit that like button, comment, and most importantly of all, please subscribe to the channel. Enough of the chatter. Let's get on with the video. We had this queued up last week. We weren't able to get around to it initially. And it was a pretty big story. It was the release of the Diddy video where basically he assaulted Cassie, right? That's her name, Cassie.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, very beautiful. I think that happened in 2016. They said that was, but the video was just never released. And then all of a sudden it's out. And you see just horrific acts by Diddy, man. Like it was wild to see. Like he ran up on her, struck her, knocked her down, and then grabbed her by the hair and just like dragged her. So we had that queued up, and then we get the follow-up, the apology, and you know, that was something that we wanted to get into. So let's go ahead and roll those videos. Jay, do we have the initial video that was released?
Video. Combs seen assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, throwing her to the ground in a hotel elevator bank and then kicking her twice. He then tries to drag her away.
That video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
So you see a situation like that. I saw that video, and as I watch it back, the apology video, I have mixed emotions on it just based upon the fact of how the quote-unquote apology comes across. It comes across disingenuous to me. It comes across forced. It comes across as more of an attempt to save face. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing a cleanup project on his reputation after the initial video that came out of him, you know, doing what he did to Cassie. I don't understand. You knew this was sitting out there for 8 years, and it took you getting caught to say, hey, you know what? I was disgusted with myself. I hit rock bottom. I'm truly sorry. I'm not asking for forgiveness because you don't want forgiveness. You don't feel like you did anything wrong except got caught.
Well, I think it was common knowledge that he paid to have that video, to take that video from the hotel to where it wouldn't get out. I forget what the amount of money it was, but I think it was like it was thousands of dollars.
He held on to that video, and it wouldn't have came out if his house didn't get raided. His house getting raided is the reason that video got released. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know nothing about that.
Not only that, but I'm sure that the person that he paid off probably made a copy of it and probably sold that video to get even more money. I know. I mean, it's shitty to think that people would do that, but it happens, especially when you know you have something on someone that you can make money off of. Number one. Number two, I don't understand how Diddy is still alive knowing that that's what happened. I mean, I don't I have a sister, I have a mom. I can't imagine knowing someone did that to one of them and they would still be walking this earth. I'm just, I'm being honest. That's number one thing you don't do to anyone, to another human being. Like you don't do that. I don't care what's going on, what kind of situation y'all have going on at the moment. Like, that's never okay. Never okay. And it wouldn't be okay for a woman to do that to a man either.
Right.
It's just, it's sad, man. It's sad. Like I said, how he's still alive is beyond me. Cause I know if my sister called me and said, "Hey, this is what happened," bro, I might as well call y'all and tell y'all, "Hey, I'm done with the show. You'll see in a couple days on the news what happened." So
I think that one of the saddest parts though, bro, is the victim, Cassie, having to kind of relive this now. You know what I'm saying? And now you're
right.
facing more embarrassment and humiliation from the fact of the story had already been out there. You kind of feel like, hey, it's kind of behind us. And now you get video evidence and it's like, damn, not only is what my written statement basically put out there what happened, but now you're seeing it and you got to relive that nonsense. And you're like, okay, how do I navigate this new hashed up issue that I thought was behind me? So I think that's tough on her. So, you know, prayers up to her for her and her husband for what they're going through. T, man, I'm gonna push it over to you. When you saw the initial video and then you saw the apology, what did you think, man?
I mean, my questions go all the way back to when the original lawsuit was filed, because my whole thing was all of your allegations or accusations come from 2016, 2017, and maybe before that. And why are you waiting 8 years to now say something? So that was a question that I had in regards to Cassie. Now, in regards to Mr. Combs,
You're saying like, why did she just speak up on it?
yeah, like
she spoke up on it when it happened.
Why are we now getting lawsuits 8 years later? Is questions that I had. Nobody talked about this shit in 2016. Nobody talked about Cassie going through anything. Cassie wasn't even relevant in 2016. And I'm not trying to minimize what she went through. The question is why wait instead of when it happened, do something about it then.
You know he paid her a settlement, right? You know that, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why it didn't go to court like that. But the statement was made back then.
He paid her a settlement when? Because
after it happened.
That settlement got paid when?
After it happened.
So she just got paid again?
What do you mean got paid again? I don't think she's gotten paid this go round. Like everything's just now like the tape being released. And
what I'm talking about is y'all said he paid her a settlement when it happened. This happened in 2016.
Right.
Nobody talked about this shit in 2016. The Diddy news just came out this year, and she got paid this year. So I'm saying when it happened in 2016, why we didn't have a lawsuit then? Why we weren't talking about this shit then? Like this shit just happened. All of these, other than what happened in that hotel, everything else has happened this year. The lawsuit happened this year. Her getting paid happened, I believe, this year. It may have been late last year. And the rest of these fucking accusers are coming out this year. Every other female that he's dealt with has come out and said something this year. Nobody has had anything negative to say about Diddy other than 50 Cent prior to this year. Cassie
There's
didn't get
been a
paid.
lot of people that had a lot of negative things to say about Diddy, bro.
So
I'm talking about in regards to this sexual misconduct.
In regards of that, in regards of him being creepy with Justin Bieber, Usher on tape, Kevin Hart on tape, all that shit.
What I'm
Cassie
talking
and
about,
Diddy,
bro.
Cassie and Diddy settled in November of last year after
Okay.
she filed a lawsuit accusing him of the R word and
Of all of those
abuse
allegations.
abuse.
The date is November 2023.
Right.
We are in 2024. Prior to November 2023, there weren't any other lawsuits. She didn't say shit about this before then. We knew nothing about this.
But how do you know he didn't
November
give her hush
2023.
money and just say, "Look, here's the hush money. Don't say nothing," because
We
he was
don't-
still trying to be hot. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know that. We don't know. I'm not trying to speculate on if he did or if he didn't. My question is that we didn't hear about this shit until 8 years, 7 years after it happened. So why not? Even if he gave her hush money, that's a 7-year time span of holding that information in. So here, in my humble opinion, I just think that the statute of limitations was about to run out on the accusations, and it finally got brought to the public light. Like, I'm not condoning anything that he did, bro, at all. But my thing is I'm not like, I wouldn't, if Cassie's my daughter, or if she's somebody in my family, like, this isn't something that we're about to sit on for 7-8 years before you say something about it. I get it. You a victim. I get it. You feel a certain way. You probably have moved on with your life, but this shit, if you've moved on, then that shit is no longer hanging over you. You're not giving him that type of control. You're not allowing that shit to affect your everyday. So I would have preferred to hear about it or something be done about it when it happened or right after it happened versus 8 years later. Now, to Mr. Combs, that apology wasn't nothing but some R. Kelly bullshit when R. Kelly interviewed with Gayle King. Bro, you the first thing you said, bro, was I didn't do any of the stuff. He put up a post that said, I didn't do any of the stuff that I'm being accused of. All of these accusations are false, and these are people looking for a quick money grab. And then the video dropped.
Hey, when the lawyers when they settled, the statement from his lawyer was the settlement is not indicative
an admission
of any admission of guilt. Right.
Bro, at the end of the day, you know what you did. You got to live with what you did. And now that all this other shit, like, I don't know about the little, freak offs and sex parties and all that shit. I don't really care about that. As long as there wasn't no little girls there, that ain't even no fucking news. Like, you got grown ass women that want to fuck, let them fuck. But, bro, this whole denying what's on camera to come out and say, I was a completely different person. I was in a dark place. Nigga, we all been in a dark place, bro. Ain't nobody beat up on no woman like that. You knew you fucked up. You sat in the hallway and threw shit at her and didn't allow her to leave. Bro, I would have, how Ocho be on Nightcap being like, I would have, nah, for real, Diddy would have got stomped out. But, bro, that shit, like, I don't believe in anything that he said, bro. And we knew it. We knew it was gonna be some really big stuff happen when I think this Cassie stuff came out, and right after that, he lost interest in Revolt TV. He sold off his tequila, the De Leon. He got rid of his interest in Ciroc too. Like, all of his interest, he basically collected all of his money. And to me, what that said was, I'm about to have a hell of a time paying lawyers and paying people off. And I'm about to be fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I ain't, bro. he was wrong. At the end of the day, he wrong, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to agree with you as far as that goes, T, because first and foremost, let me just say it, and I'll say it for everybody. P. Diddy's a bitch. That's what he is. He's a bitch for doing what he did. Not so for me, you know, after watching the video, after listening to everything and hearing every side of every story that's come out, you know, there's still just to agree with Jay, you know, there's no reason that you take out that kind of anger, no matter what kind of spot you're in, no matter how dark of a time you're going through, no matter what you're going through in life, nothing prompts you to put your hands on somebody else in that way or in that manner or to treat someone that way. So any person, that goes for any person out there, that you feel like you need to put your hands on somebody else just because you're not in the correct headspace, you're full of shit and you're just a bitch. It's as simple as that. Now, I also agree with T as far as none of this came to light until the feds raided Diddy's house. When they raided his house, they got all this stuff.
The Cassie stuff came right before that. It was in 2023. So
I thought it was right after that.
Nah, they raided his house this year. 2023 is when the Cassie stuff came out. When her accusation and their settlement, her getting paid.
But there again, I mean, with all this stuff coming out, it's because everybody's digging into his stuff right now. Everybody's digging into his business, trying to see what else has Diddy done, what else, you know, what kind of wild parties is he throwing, what kind of everything that he's involved in right now. So I think the more exposure that it gets, you know, it's good to see that people are being held accountable for it, but it also goes to show you how if you become this very powerful person with all this X amount of money, that you're able to somehow, in some ways, kind of put blinders in the way to where people can't see and look into your business that way. They can't automatically see all the dirt that you have because you have the money and the resources. Let's just put it that way. You have the resources in place to be able to either provide hush money or to buy a tape of a hotel video surveillance tape to keep it for yourself. You have the ability to do all those things where a normal person, somebody else, just random Joe Schmo out here, they're going to be able to be exposed right away. You got cameras out, everybody's watching, everybody's looking, everybody got the damn cell phone out nowadays. But we don't know if that happened during that time, and we don't know if Diddy was like, let me corral these people up real quick. Hey, you're not allowed to show this, and this is why. And if you're not going to accept that, then here's some money for you to keep your mouth shut. You didn't see shit. Give me your phone, that kind of thing. So, I mean,
what they did, bro, that was along the lines of what he did. Bro, it was a report that came out that hotel that they was in, that was a 4-star hotel. So meaning that he was real cool with the security. Slid the security some money, got the tape. He had the tape. The tape only got released because they raided his house and took possession of it. So
that's what I'm saying.
The feds most likely leaked it, bro. Now the thing is, like you were saying, like Joe was saying, bro, that apology was some bullshit. He ain't sorry. He ain't sorry for what he did. He's sorry he got caught. Because if you were sorry for what you did, then this shit would have never happened. You would have thought about it before you even took action to do that. Because
it wouldn't have taken your ass getting caught to apologize.
You had more than enough opportunities during the time of you doing that shit to be like, man, I'm effing up. Let me back up. Let me back away.
And you wouldn't be sitting out here on social media trying to post, you know, oh, I didn't do it. Whatever they're saying is all false. Type of fucking, you know, post that you be putting out there saying that, oh, it wasn't me, it was somebody else, or I didn't do that. They're just talking crazy because they're looking for a money grab. You wouldn't have gone to that extent if you knew you were going to get caught. You wouldn't have done that. No. And now that he's caught, now he's going to sit here and be like, well, I'm sorry for what I did. You know, I truly feel sorry. This and that and the other. Nah, man, hell no. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. You a bitch and you know it. That's what it is. Simple as that.
Well, You heard it here first, folks. Diddy's a bitch.
Brother love.
He's a bitch.
Brother love is a bitch.
So with all that being said, man, like I hope whatever else is kind of being hidden out there does come to light. Man, Cat Williams wasn't telling nothing but the damn prophecy when he said truth was gonna be revealed in 2024.
Bro,
Nostradamus.
Nothing, but
we all know Diddy transgressions, bro. We already knew about them, the little freaky shit. We knew about the person that he shot way back. I think it was in late 90s, early 2000s when Sean took the fall.
Pinned it on Sean. Sean did prison time.
Yeah, when Sean took the fall, bro. If you really follow Tupac and Biggie, like you got an idea that he put the hit out on Pac. Like, bro, Diddy really was, he was trying to play the square in public, but he was being a low-key gangster in private. So,
hey, if you don't want your producer dancing all up in your video, come to Death Row.
Y'all better watch out.
Come to the murder.
Watch out.